Deum Repriva, an orb of water, dust, and life suspended in the vast black of space. In the old tongue, it meant God's prize, but languages, like all organic things, can die out and be forgotten if enough time passes and no one is left to bring it to life and knowledge again. To most, Deum Repriva just means Deum Repriva now. To most, but not all. My given name is James, but I've been called many things over the years. My family, friends, and associates all call me Jimmy. Xenia, the capital of this dying world, has called me an outlaw. To them, I'm Jimmy the Witness. To be honest, it's a name I gave myself. I've seen things, I know things that those in charge would prefer no one sees or knows. I've taken on the burden of bearing witness of these things to the world, these hidden truths, in order to free them from the lies of the corrupt puppeteers pulling the strings from behind a curtain, orchestrating our demise. It is because of this dissent from the popular narratives that I and my small band of like-minded brothers have been branded outlaws. If sharing the truth and exposing corruption is criminal behavior, then so be it. We are outlaws, but righteous outlaws who will not bend to the evils of a world going to hell. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Today, I must focus on the task at hand. My father has given me a mission to carry out alone, and I must admit, I'm not sure that the risk is worth the reward. My assignment is an obscure one. I must infiltrate the hive, Xenia itself, make my way through a city crawling with imperial guards to the royal library, where the archives are stored, and leave behind a book. You can understand, then, why I was thoroughly underwhelmed at the prospect of this endeavor when it was first presented to me. Don't misunderstand. This particular book in question is without a doubt the single most important omnibus of true historical information with a singular message that threatens to shake our world system to its core. But that effect could only take place if its message is received. To our knowledge, the Capitol has purged every other copy of these texts under the guise of unifying the outlier districts after the years of Red. As far as they're concerned, the only known history will be their version of events, and any opinion to the contrary is possible grounds to be charged as a dissenter to the path, a thought crime punishable up to death. To hand over the last written copy of what really happened, only to have it found and burned, seems in the least to be counterproductive to our cause, and that is with no mention of risking my own life to do it. The only reason that I have agreed to take part in this otherwise foolish venture is that it was handed to me by my father, Matthias. His clear direction is all I need to hear in order to be put in motion. Not only because of our familial relationship, mind you, because there is not a man, woman, or child in the Remnant Valley who would begrudge a task he had given. This is because my father is one of the last remaining ciphers, keepers and teachers of the Word, and those who are known to speak to and speak from the Creator. In other times, the ciphers were respected as the wisest among us and invited as honored guests to teach at the Capitol, in the very throne room of the emperors of the past, to the emperors and their courts. Of course, this was before various sects came out from among them, false ciphers teaching a false word, seeming to be more politically and personally motivated for their own gain than to the fidelity of the truth. Out of those factions, the Order of the Priests of Xenia rose to prominence and effectively silenced true ciphers through persecution, manipulation, and death. The Order soon abandoned the word altogether, though it was only ever a pseudo-spiritual veneer used to lower the guards of the faithful naives until it had served its purpose and was no longer necessary. The righteous standard of the Creator was cast aside in favor of a variable morality of the creation. The Creator himself forsaken by his prize in order to place them on his throne. The last of the faithful ciphers and those that followed them made a valiant stand against this doctrine of demons, battling the ideas and philosophies with impassioned pleas on street corners and carefully crafted articles shared across the districts. The people began to question their leaders, rejecting the teaching of the order, and the ciphers thought they may have been able to hold the line until the day the dam broke.